and welcome back to day 2 of the 2021 Chicago Responsible Jewelry Conference. We have a really fun lineup for you today, starting with a presentation from the Ethical Metalsmiths student group. They have a competition called So Fresh, So Clean, and they're going to present the 2021 winner and do a video presentation on safe studio practices. The presenters for this are Bjorn Saknakpan and Julia Giangrande. And this competition it's something that the whole jewelry industry should know about. And we need to get the word out because it's so hopeful and so positive and so productive. And yeah, I'm a big fan, clearly. I don't know if Susan's going to join me this morning to say good morning or not. I'm kind of like watching out for her to jump in. I'll give you a little bit of an overview of the day today. First, at 8:30, we will be presenting a panel about the Morange Women's Alliance. And this is a project of the Responsible Jewelry Transformative, the 501c3 nonprofit that is the umbrella for the Chicago Responsible Jewelry Conference. And there they're going to be talking about an initiative that is really working to support the women of the Morange Diamond Fields region to support themselves in terms of protecting their rights in that environment where their rights have often been violated. Then there will be a really interesting discussion about the craft code. We have several different certification schemas in the jewelry industry. They all have significant pros and significant cons. And so the conversation today will be about the craft code and some of its pros and cons and where it fits in the world of the certification schemas. Good morning, Susan. How are you?
Good morning. I was just in the back room with the Morange Women's Alliance, who are at the hotel getting Wi-Fi, and we're catching up. So we're really looking forward to that.
I figured you were prepping them, so I wasn't sure if you were going to get them.
They're prepping me.
Well, they have, yeah, it's their thing. Then we'll be talking about another really cool project, how to elevate a nation's gemstone trade through a single gem cut design. And I don't want you to miss that one because its premise is so simple and brilliant. In a world where we've had a hard time putting gem cutting operations in countries close to the sources, this is one solution that just, like, I get goosebumps thinking about what a thoughtful solution this is to this problem. So that's at 11 o'clock Central Time, because remember, Susan and I force you guys to operate on Central Time at this conference. Then we have the jewelry designer panel, which is always a great deal of fun, and we'll see some tremendous jewelry today. Then we're going to have a discussion about water. A really important discussion about tailing ponds, mercury in the Amazon, seabed mining and deep sea mining. The climate conference that's been going on, once again, has not paid enough attention to water. We need to start paying more attention to water. So that conversation is going to be very exciting. And we're going to wrap up the day with Brandy Dallow, who's coming to us from SCS Global, who now has their own certification. You know, SCS is a group that audits other people's certifications. Well, this certification is on diamonds. They've already run a group through the beta testing phase of the lab-grown diamond certification, and now they're going to be looking at mined. So it is a content-rich day that I think you're going to find very interesting. I know I am. Anything to add to that, Susan?
No, I'm really excited for today. It's going to be a fun day. We still get some big deep dives into, like the water. Everything in the water, which we talked a little bit about yesterday, not only deep sea mining, but the tailing ponds, and World Wildlife Federation's work on mercury in the Amazon is amazing. And I would recommend anyone if you want to take a 15-minute break and research, go on to their website that is specific to this, because it's beautiful. I'm really excited about today. It's fun. And as you said, the jewelry designer panel, the only panel, really, we have the Ethical Metalsmiths students every year, but jewelry designer panel is the only one we have every year. And I think what we see is people have gone off on their own initiatives. Many times we feature jewelers that are doing that. But this year with the panel, we see also that the initiatives are getting more accessible to everybody to partner with. And so Carrie Bannigan, who is with UN SDGs for Partnerships in the fashion area, is, and she has Fashion Impact Fund, is moderating. And so she's bringing in and talking about the partnerships that people have in their gold sourcing, and really interesting.
Yep. All right, so fun day to come. Stay tuned for everything. Right now, we're going to bring you So Fresh, So Clean. Big shout out to Lucy Derrickson of the Ethical Metalsmiths. She just pours her heart into this program and does a lot of good behind the scenes, and then pushes her students front and center to get all the credit. So she deserves some. All right, here we go. I'm going to hide myself from the screen and play their video.
Everyone, and thank you for popping in. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing two amazing students who will share with you the incredible work that they've been up to this year. I'm here on behalf of the Ethical Metalsmiths Education Committee, a team that develops and facilitates student-centered projects that fit within the realm of academia. Today, I will tell you about two such projects. First, the Critical Smiths Research Series, and second, our annual Emerging Artist Award. The Critical Smiths Research Series is one of EM's newest student-led projects. This initiative inspires students to think critically about their studio practice. They ask questions, find answers, and then share their findings with the metalsmithing community. Individuals or groups of students who embark on a Critical Smiths research project spend a semester working with their instructors and meet regularly with myself and Missy Graff-Ballone of Wellness for Makers. We provide guidance and feedback on their research and provide them a platform for their finished work to be viewed. We've had two successful installments of this project so far, unpacking issues with flux and pickle, both of which resulted in a printable poster with some useful information for you to post in your studio spaces. These posters can be downloaded from the EM website. With each project, new questions arise, and we would love new groups to pick up where these projects left off. So reach out to us if you think it might be a good fit for your program. Now, let's hear from Julia Giangrande about their experience conducting a research project about pickle, aptly titled, "What's the Deal with Jewelry Pickle?" Julia is a student working towards a bachelor's degree in fine art at Massachusetts College of Art and Design. She earned college credit for this project by working through the college's sustainability initiative. Take it away, Julia.
Hi, I'm Julia Giangrande, a junior at Mass Art Boston and an apprentice jeweler out of Georgetown, Massachusetts. I'm studying jewelry and metalsmithing with a minor in sustainability. I'm so excited to talk today about my experience with Critical Smiths. My professor had reached out to Lucy Derrickson asking if I could participate in a project as I was seeking to fulfill a 1-credit independent course for my sustainability minor. I'm very passionate about protecting our planet, which has led me to create in more sustainable and ethical ways, and I thought that Critical Smiths would perfectly join my two passions of jewelry and sustainability into one research project. So I'll tell you a little bit about my process. First, I worked with my professors, Ethical Metalsmiths, and Wellness for Makers to create a course outline under the Critical Smiths research series where I could thoroughly research one aspect of the jewelry making process and find out how sustainable it is for both our health and for the environment. Once I chose the process of pickling metal and knew what questions I was looking to answer, I was able to start familiarizing myself with the SDS sheets of these chemicals. I then conducted experiments, interviewed chemists, talked to jewelers, my professors, and surveyed a wide range of metalsmiths. This led me to information on the pros and cons of different pickle solutions, toxic effects and safety measures, as well as methods of pickle disposal. After my research was complete, I designed this poster here behind me to help spread the word. This poster is meant to be displayed in any jewelry studio and has a QR code that leads to links in my research and other informative sites as well. However, exploring the life cycle of pickle solution is far from complete. There are unanswered questions on pickle and countless other metalsmithing processes that could be explored. I hope that another student or group of students can continue this research and make our work safer for us and the environment. To the future students that create the next Critical Smith installment, I would say to find what you were passionate about researching and what you were hoping to find with your research. I found it most beneficial to talk to as many people as possible in the field with all levels of experience. I am honored to have been able to work with Ethical Metalsmiths, Wellness for Makers, and Sustainability Studio on this project as I learn more about sustainability in a jeweler studio. My biggest takeaway was learning that it's important to continue to educate ourselves and spread awareness on jewelry making chemicals, our health, and the environment in order to be responsible jewelers while doing our best to protect our environment. Check out my research project, What's the Deal with Jewelry Pickle, on the Ethical Metalsmiths website. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. Make sure to visit the EM website to see the full research project and reach out to me if you want to start a research project at your school. Next, I'd like to introduce Kajornsek Nakpan, the 2021 Ethical Metalsmiths Emerging Artist. Each year, Ethical Metalsmiths hosts an online student exhibition titled So Fresh, So Clean. This year, we launched our 8th installment of the show. This project is led by our EM Students chapter based at Virginia Commonwealth University. These exhibitions are a remarkable collection of student work addressing the complexities of responsibility, and I invite you to spend some time viewing those exhibitions. Kajornsek recently earned a PhD from Silpakorn University in Bangkok, Thailand. Their research builds upon a study of abundance and changing qualities of soil. It is part of an experiment to create an artistic substitute material by synthesizing natural fiber and melanin from good bacteria to cellulose sheets.
Hello, my name is Kajornsek Nakpan, a PhD artist from Decorative Art, Silpakorn University, Thailand. Thank you very much for your invitation. I feel so honored. I would be delightful to talk about my project titled Ambituhedon, a biomelanin fiber synthesized from soil bacteria to design innovative zero-waste body adornment. This study investigates the use of soil to create an artistic substitute material in Thailand. It aims to maximize the value of natural resources in response to the climate change. Its proposed strategy also allows for the promotion of fashion design, which enhance individual aesthetic and self-esteem. This study is based on the concept of harmonious living with nature. Biofiber was synthesized from Streptomyces, a good bacteria found in soil. This is a clean production technology and does not generate resident toxic substance or environment pollution. The result is a substitute material which is friendly to the human body and is biodegradable. The design process considers the full production cycle, ensuring that it left no waste. The final material contains melanin pigment similar to human skin tone, and their hue were comparable to the target groups in Thailand. In the future, Human garment design will rely on new development in bioscience technology, which will exhibit the potential integration of aesthetic, philosophy, and innovation, resulting in the effective design of a textile substitute. Moreover, the result of this study can be the future developed at the commercial scale to support sustainability. This research can help advance Thailand's national development strategy to drive creativity through scientific innovation. The result of body adornment has made an impact to the economy. At microeconomic level, the community enterprise drives the country economy, and the profit is balanced happiness. At macroeconomic level, it creates impact and has resulted in the change in the fashion industry, biomaterial, and 21st century environment.
Thank you, Kutrosak. We look forward to seeing your work as you continue this research. And thanks everyone for joining today. Make sure to visit the So Fresh, So Clean exhibition and Kutrosak's Emerging Artist page to learn more about his work. Thanks for watching.
That's pretty cool.
It's
That-
really,
Yeah.
it's really nice, you know, to see, I mean, just art like that in our jewelry world. And I was looking at it and it's very inspirational, you know, as as a designer, never took that path, but I, you know, see if I could go to grad school again, maybe that would be it. And I don't know, it's just, and to see the forward thinking and sustainability there, you know, I look at as a conference, how do we continue to integrate more continents, more, you know, engagement. And I'm hoping next year to see us expand even more in who we have speaking as experts from different countries.
Well, and also to bring more people in their 20s. You know, they bring such a powerful perspective to us about what the world's going to be like and what they want it to be like. And if we want our industry to stay vibrant or become more vibrant, it needs to be an industry that is fully in partnership with people in, you know, their teens and their 20s and their 30s, and that's how we sustain ourselves. And they care about these topics, and so we also have to demonstrate that to be an interesting industry to younger people.
Absolutely. And you and I are both on the board of Ethical Metalsmiths. And I think that we, you know, that really the Ethical Metalsmiths students and the engagement you said it, that Lucy has in universities is really going to continue to drive these conversations and to bring more people around responsible sourcing. And they really do wonderful work. So I was really glad to see that video this year, and the pickle video, which I know has been at the core of a lot of practices of jewelers when they begin. How do I in my studio not harm the world with what I need to use? And for those of you who don't know what pickle is, I think there was some explanation, but whenever you are working in metals and casting things, you need pickle to clean your metals, and it can be toxic. So that was a great video to include.
It was a great video. And I think back on Christine Green. She was working with Revere Academy at the time. We're talking mid 90s, and she was trying to get people to think about not using pickle in the shop that way, and the jewelry industry was kind of like pickle, why do we have to change the way we do pickle? But it's such an important thing, and it happens in a bazillion little shops everywhere. So anyway, that was a great presentation by Julia, and very important. The other thing I thought of watching Kajoin Duck's video is what Caleb Owen said yesterday in the Beware of the Vulnerabilities in the Supply Chain conversation. And he talked about the fact that cotton has been at the heart of so much forced labor and slavery and trafficking throughout its entire history because of its incredibly high labor profile.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a plant, I mean, it's neutral. It's not good or bad, but the fact that it provides so much scope for abuse in the process of trying to make cheap clothing, that any alternative that we can present to that, so that people will buy clothing that doesn't harm the environment, that doesn't present the what's the word I'm looking for, but the opportunity for, for the motivation for forced labor and child labor, and that we can wear for much longer periods of time, so we're not going through so much clothing. Anyway, that's what that biofilm thought process led me to think. It's like, yeah, we could come up with some pretty cool alternatives that could stop some of these abuses from happening, perhaps.
Yeah, and we always are, or trying to. I think it's good to learn from other industries. And, Caleb has coming from the Department of Labor, that broad scope of looking at everything and seeing the whole picture in their work there at the Department of Labor, and seeing how it fits into jewelry is interesting. But as you say, making those kind of, thoughts across all of the supply chains of other industries, we can learn so much.
Yep, absolutely.